Okay, so, let's see. What was this super secret special knowledge? Ah, dang it. Let me load it again. One, two, three. Okay, that's the one. Where's that chat log? Check. Alright. You mentioned that my client talked to you about planning to kill the victim. Would you by any chance be referring to this conversation? That? Yeah, you got it. What's this? A week ago, there was an argument online involving both the suspect and the victim. Death threats were made. It's likely they were related to the murder. Death threats? Oh my! Looks like you've just managed to secure yourself a guilty verdict, right? I never thought you would be foolish enough to present something like that. Yep, it's perfect proof that he was planning to kill him. Maybe, but it's also proof of something else. There were multiple people in on it. Perhaps only one killed him, but all the others can be considered accomplices. How horrible of them to all gang up on him like that. Ha! Even if I read that topic, I still couldn't connect it to some random crime. How was I supposed to know that they were related? I could answer that too. This is how you were able to connect the two events. Look here on the 7th page. Users talk about how they would use music to identify the crime. That would be the boombox. Exactly. Once she realized what music was playing, she remembered her previous conversation. That was how you were able to identify Mr. Webb as bad player, and my client as masked noob. Huh, you do catch on. But you know, there's something you haven't answered. And that is a motive. People aren't going to care enough about some flame lord to actually kill someone. They need a bigger reason. But wait, you already know. Show it to me. Show me proof that something else is going on. Crud. Not that. Try this. Here's your proof. That same chat log? Mr. Wright, do you really need to keep showing us that over and over? Yes, apparently I do. This conversation tells us that the victim had been accused of stalking other site members. Well, we do know that he was a shady person. Let's keep in mind that we're discussing a murder here. It doesn't matter who he was or wasn't stalking. Killing him was simply uncalled for. Oh, I know, right? Those idiots should have known better than to discuss something like that online. I'm glad we caught Mr. Brooks. He's really the only one who could have done it. Wait, are you expecting me to... We literally just covered this. Do I really need to do this again? Do what again? Don't try to act all innocent. You know exactly what you're doing. What? I have that proves that he's not the only suspect? The chat log. Again. You do seem to like showing that off, Mr. Wright. Not as much as I'm going to enjoy reminding you of the fact that Mr. Books wasn't the only one to participate in this argument. There were several others involved as well. He was definitely not the only one to have a motive. T? What exactly is so funny this time? It's just, you went through all that, and you still haven't disproven my initial testimony. I've exposed all your lies so far. Yeah, I had a few tiny mistruths here and there, but my statement is still the same as when I called the police. Mr. Books shot Mr. Webb. What are you going to do about it? So you're the one who called the police? Oh, yeah, totally. Called them right from my room after I saw it happen. What? What are you doing? Williamson seems to think differently. I think you're lying again.
Take that!
You didn't call the police. Not unless you happen to have a public payphone in your room. It says on this transcript that the call was traced to a public phone. Ah, le gasp. You caught me. Miss, I beg your pardon, but what were you doing trying to lie about that? Sorry. Perjury is a serious crime. You can get in a lot of trouble for that. After everything today, I don't think there's a person in the room who trusts a word you say anymore. What would make you do something like this? You really want to know? Yes. Okay. I killed him. What? That's right. I did it. I'm a killer. Did you really? Oh, yeah. Totally. No way. That stupid giggle. She's lying again. What are you doing? Confessing. You didn't kill anyone. Nick, you can't let her do this. She's going to destroy her whole life. At this point, I'm fully prepared to say not my problem. It would guarantee a not guilty verdict for Mr. Books. But yet, if I do let this through, then the real bad guy will get away. And as horrible a person as she is, I don't think she deserves to be put away for murder. And of course, Maya would be mad at me. Curse these morals of mine. Yes, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, you can't accept your confession. It's just not good enough for you, is it? Nothing is. This is ridiculous. What on earth would make you do this? What, the murder? If you really want to know, I can tell you. You're right, I didn't see it from the safety of my own house. That's because I was there, in his house, killing him myself. I did it for the lulz. I threw the blame on Booksy because I knew he would make an easy target. So you see, I'm totally guilty. Well, at least you are admitting your guilt. This will make things easier for us. Your Honor, do you actually believe this? I've seen many witnesses break down and confess at the stand. This woman's lies have been exposed and the truth is finally coming out. Hold on, we still need to cross-examine her. Are you sure, Mr. Wright? This confession only helps you. I could easily walk away from here and let her suffer for her own idiocy. But then an innocent person's life would be ruined and the real killer would walk free. I can't let this happen. Yes, Your Honor, this testimony is a joke. Well, if you say so. Right. Cross-examination. You know what to do. Just in case the penalties are still in play. I think that much is clearer by now. Aha! So you admit I killed him? No, and you shouldn't either. What should I do? If you weren't in your room, then where were you? I already told you. I was killing the guy. Oh, right. Oops. Oops is right, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm in this situation right now. Okay, so pressing is going to take away stuff. You didn't do it. Stop this. You can't fight the truth, Mr. Wright. I'm a bad girl. Well, yes, you are. You're not this bad, though. Why would you admit to a murder you didn't commit? Oh, but I did commit it. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. No, you... That's enough! I won't have you pointlessly bickering with the witness. Honestly, you're not much better than she is. You know that, right? Please don't say that. For the lulz? For the lulz. It means I had no real reason to do it other than to make me laugh. That has to be the worst murder motive I've ever heard. Yeah? Let's see you disprove it. As much as I hate to say it, she's probably right. You'd have to be pretty messed up to consider kicks and giggles a legitimate motive. Yeah, I'm pretty messed up. Sorry. You keep saying you're sorry, but I don't think you actually mean it. No, you're right. I'm not. Ha! Well then that proves it. It proves... nothing? Yeah, nothing. That's rather sick. Yep. You feel absolutely no remorse? Nope. You didn't even know Mr. Books. How would you know he was an easy target? He was the only person anybody ever saw going into that house. That makes sense? Yes, I suppose it does. So, you know, sorry about this whole mess. I should have come out and admitted everything earlier. You're guilty of giving false testimony, but that's about it. Are you sure about that? You know what? This is stupid. This is really, really stupid. What should I do? Are you sure you're guilty? I'm sure you're not sure that I'm sure about something. Huh? I don't think my poor old mind can quite understand what you just said. Mr. Wright, you brought this upon us. No! Hey! Nick, you know she didn't really do it. You can't just let her walk right up to the gallows like that. It's absurd. Why would anybody lie about committing murder? I can't answer that for you, but you have to prove that she's making it up. I've had a hunch all day that I would need to bring something up. Until now, it's just been that, a hunch. Thankfully, her lies and general uselessness as a witness have proven that hunch true. Alright. I'm just gonna present this at every statement. Until I lose. What's that? Hey now! I'm supposed to be the one who hands out penalties. You're lying! Can you prove it? Yes! This evidence proves it. Nope. But you lose. Good day, sir. Hey, I mean it. I'm the one who gets to do that. Ah, dang it. I was so close. But up until now, that's all it was. Luckily, her actions and words today have been enough to convince me that is true. Time to expose her for the fraud that she is. You say you killed the victim, but that's not possible. Have you forgotten already? You spent last week overseas. Over what? That's right. She was in England recently. I have an email to prove it. She wasn't even in the same country when the murder took place. But how did... We checked her alibi. Witness, if you were in Europe, then you can't even be connected to this case. Not so fast, Mr. Judge. Take a closer look at that email. It doesn't say the dates that I was there. Who's to say I didn't go a while ago? No, it doesn't. Right. There's no way we can't assume she went some other time. Not true. I have something else that tells the exact date she left. It's usually this. Aha! Play to catch tomorrow, see you in a week. That thing again? Do you really need to keep showing us that? This time I do. One of the users in this log mentioned that they were flying somewhere the next day. They also mentioned that they were going to be gone for a week. They would have returned exactly on the day the murder took place. The day you contacted the police. You are that user. You are. Admit it, pure madness. It wasn't you. You weren't anywhere near the victim when he died. As she's pointed out, the email doesn't mention the exact dates, so I can't conclusively prove that she's the one. However, after her deliberate attempt to mislead us today, and her complete lack of knowledge of the basic facts of the crime, I'd say it's pretty safe to assume that she did not see anything. This is huge! How did the police force manage to miss this? Mr. Williamson, I'm a bit disappointed in you. You normally conduct your investigations very thoroughly. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I don't know what went wrong. Miss, this court demands an explanation for your actions. Out with it! What the? What? Oh my. You guys should see the looks on your faces. They're just so... I fail to see how this is funny. That's the point! You lawyer guys with your fancy suits and crazy regulations. Grinding your gears has just been too easy. Truth be told, I didn't even know the guy was dead until I got back. And saw all the cop cars by his place. I'm actually surprised that any of them believed me when I saw it. I'm glad they did. This is totally worth it. Wait, so you made everything up? This is all a joke to you? This isn't funny! Jeez, courtroom's serious business. Yes, it is! You just accused a man of murder. I never had any intention of actually getting him convicted. If I had, I probably would have just come clean and you would have all had to do a retrial. Retrials are not something you toy around with. This is uncalled for. Lying under oath is a serious offense. Why would you do this? Well, to quote myself, I did it for the lulz. This is... I can't believe this! Okay, I'm not doing that. I think there's a term for this, isn't there? Waffle? Roful. Your Honor, I am truly sorry for what just happened. The prosecution should have seen through her lies during the interrogation earlier. I don't know what happened. Her story checked out perfectly before. We triple-checked. We wouldn't miss something like this. I am rather disappointed, but there isn't much we can do about it. It wasn't just her, though. The police have a reputation for not always getting the job done. But this is bad, even for them. Something big must have happened to cause them to miss this. In any case, we might as well have the jury declare their verdict. Wait, what? You have yet to prove your client's innocence. You've proven that the witness was the biggest waste of time in this court's history, but not much else. Actually, if we take that into consideration, then there's something very important we have learned. If your decisive witness ended up being useless, then you're left with only circumstantial evidence. I may not have proven his innocence, but neither have you proven his guilt. You have no case. I believe he's right. Neither side has presented a compelling argument. Therefore, I have no other choice but to call for an extension to this trial. As you wish, Your Honor. Court is adjourned. Yeah, that was awesome. Can I go home now? Sorry, Mr. Books, but you're not off the hook quite yet. The prosecution hasn't given up its case. You're still the main suspect. But you did so amazingly. How could they not side with you? I've managed to extend the trial. This ought to give me enough time to unravel everything. The main thing we learned today were about that dispute on AF. I'm sure Williamson underestimated its importance earlier, but now he'll realize that there's much more to it. My guess is he'll be focusing on that today. I better do what I can to keep up with him. Alright, well, I'll save now, I guess. And end it.